Hi there, Vanessa here from Being Yoga with a bit of a wrist-free flow for you. So you can come into a kneeling position. We might actually start up in a high kneeling position and joining the hands together in Namaste. Take an inhale, interlace the fingers and lift the elbows high. Exhale to press the palms away and rounding through the upper back. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up overhead, and then exhale, right hand to the right hip and leaning to the right. Inhale through center, a little bit of navel to spine as you exhale over to the left. And then inhaling back up through center. You can take the arms around behind you. Feel free to pad under the knees if you need to here to support the knees. And then simply releasing the hands onto the hips, because this can be a little balance challenge. We'll step the right foot forward and just start to move. So remember that padding under the left knee if you need to. If you'd like to, adding in the arms, inhaling, arms up, exhale, a winged warrior type shape, or maybe hands to the floor. Inhaling, sweeping the arms smoothly up. So always moving with that smooth, fluid experience through the body so that we soothe the nervous system even in the movement. And one last one like this. You can then inhale and take the arms all the way up, then interlacing the fingers behind the back of the body, reaching the knuckles back. Take an inhale here to lift through the chest. You can then straighten through the back leg and come into this Anjaneyasana, the crescent position. Stay lifted through the chest. And then folding forward, ribs as far down the thighs as you can. And try and keep that contact as you then launch forward and take the left foot up. So you're coming into a Hamsasana, which is the swan pose. Then releasing the hands down and step the left foot forward. Inhale to lift halfway up. And exhale, folding yourself in. And come on up just through a spinal roll. So chin to the chest as you come all the way up. Let the palms touch and lifting the right leg up here. And then crossing the leg over for this figure 4 shape or a standing pigeon position. So folding yourself in and just getting settled for a few moments. So of course you could go hands to the floor or hands onto a block if you need that help balancing, that's fine. Focus on the right hip sinking down as much as it can. And then inhaling to come all the way up, plant that right foot to the floor. Inhale the arms up, palms touch, and then bring the left hand down onto the back. Use the right hand to draw the elbow across, and you could stay here, or maybe the right hand will come down and you can catch hold. So holding here for a moment, maybe lifting through the crown and laying the head back onto that left arm. As you take the weight to the right foot and step the left foot back, you've just got this short stance. Ground down through the left heel and lift to the left elbow. And then folding yourself forward and down, kind of aiming that left elbow towards the right toes. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine, lengthen to the left elbow. And maybe with the exhale, just this folding and melting in, like ice cream melting on a hot day. And then smoothly releasing out of that. Take the left hand to the floor and the left knee to the floor as well. Come into this kneeling shape and take the right arm across the body. So right arm's across and left arm braces here, and think about the right shoulder dropping down away from the ear. And you could even go into a bit of a side bend if that's working out for you. Leaning over to the left side slightly. Entwine the arms and taking your Garuda arms, lift the elbows high. If you want more intensity, you could straighten through the back leg here. But we'll do a couple of pulses. So inhale, elbows lift, and exhaling, rocking back. Inhale smoothly. Exhaling, maybe the leg straightens, maybe it just bends, and take this last one. Then releasing the hands and walk the hands forward, come through the hands and knees or however you need to come down onto the belly. Rise up into your Shalabhasana, so lifting the thighs up off the floor, lift the head, chest, and arms up, palms face down, and that light activation of the hands down to turn on the upper back. And then coming into a Sphinx pose. Looking over the shoulder, each shoulder in turn, and creating a little bit of sideways movement in the spine that, as I say, motion is the lotion. So any sort of movement is a good thing there, in the spine especially. And then lowering down and come back through your hands and knees and back into this kneeling shape, taking the hands back to Namaste. With the hands staying in Namaste, start to bend at the knees and rocking back. So keep a strong length through the lower back, and it's just moving at the knees and rocking back. You could even have the hands on the pelvis so that bowl of the pelvis it stays in its more neutral shape. You're not camel posing here, but rather just this rocking back and forth, and you'll feel the core activate there. A couple more times, exhaling back. Inhale forward, and of course, only if this is okay for your precious knees. Inhale to interlace the fingers, lift the elbows high. Exhale, press the palms away. Inhale all the way up. Actually lift the shoulders up to the ears and reach through, and then interlacing behind the back of the body. Reach the knuckles back, lift and open. Release the hands onto the hips. Take the weight onto your right leg so you can bring the left leg forward. And then moving back and forth here. So you've got the choice of using the arms, inhale up and exhaling back, maybe hands to the floor or onto a block. Of course, I'm here as your guide, as your friend, but the practice is yours. So feel free to adapt and change the practice so that it works for you. And one last time like this. Nice. Inhaling and taking the arms up overhead, then interlace the fingers behind the back of the body. Straighten through the back leg, lift through the chest. Then again, think about how far down the thigh you can get those ribs, and try and keep them in contact so that the head and spine are lower than the hips, and then the leg is higher than the hips, lifting up. So that swan dive, and the arms are active as well, lifting. And then touching the hands down, touching your right foot down. Inhale to lift and open through the spine. Exhale to fold in. Either reverse swan dive or a spinal roll all the way up. And then releasing the hands down and bring the left leg across into this figure four shape again. And coming on down. So you've got the option of elbows onto the shin or hands to the floor, but you should be feeling a stretch. So we did quite a long hold on that one leg. Maybe you need to stretch out through the outer hip here. Bit of compassionate sequencing for you. And then release and touch down. Inhale to reach the arms all the way up. Then the right hand comes onto the upper back. Use your left hand to draw the elbow across into the midline, and feel free to stay here, or if you've got it in your practice, you can reach around. You could also use a strap or long ponytail, whatever works. Stepping your right foot back now. So lift and even leaning back, lean the head back into the right arm as you then fold yourself forward and down. So the right elbow is reaching towards the left foot, helping to steer the right hip forward, the outer left hip back, and every breath you can fold in a little deeper, a little deeper. And then smoothly, so don't be in a hurry with releasing that left arm, just take it easy. Right knee down onto the floor, and then bringing that left arm across the body. So left arm is straight, right hand holds, and left shoulder away from the ear as well. I just have to do weird things because of this microphone, so don't follow me for a moment. I'll lead you astray. So focus on a little bit of a bend over to the right side if you can. A little bit of a side bend, as well as stretching through the neck, separating the teeth, and keeping your balance here, even though the eyes start to turn to the side. And then crossing the arms all the way over and into this Garudasana position. You could straighten through the back leg if you want more intensity, but just working with your breath. As we kind of did with the legs, you could, of course, just keep that left foot grounded though, whatever you need to do to make the practice your own. Thanks for spending time with me. Thanks for having me in your lounge room. One last round. And then releasing the arms and circling all the way around, opening up through the front of the spine. Release the hands down. Step back into hands and knees, and bring the right leg forward and left leg back. Right leg forward and into this Ardha Matsyendrasana. So just finishing with a twist. By all means, you could take the supine twist if you'd like to. With the inhale, grow tall through the spine. And as you exhale, really take that right shoulder back. And even let the left shoulder come forward a little so that you've really focusing on twisting through the thoracic spine and getting that movement and freedom there. Breath by breath, let it unfold like a spiral staircase, growing tall to the sky, infinite staircase. And then inhaling, turning forward and releasing, switching legs. Just go straight to the other side. In my opinion, yoga practice isn't complete unless it's got a nice twist in it. Twists are wonderful, allegoric stories of being able to see other possibilities, other horizons, even if they may be behind. Just that potential to see more of what's going on, which is, in my opinion, a good thing. So then you can turn and look forward, and I'd highly recommend laying down in Shavasana for a moment, or at least taking a few moments here in seated meditation, honoring yourself for taking this time. You might feel already the shifts and changes through the physical body, and anything that we do at that physical level is going to have this ripple effect through all the other layers of your being. So just go ahead and enjoy that. And deep peace to you. Thank you for your practice.